Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by at Stars of the Diamond. And my name is Rhett, and today I'm going to be featuring a new pickup that I was able to make. And this individual had reached out to me, and we just recently completed the deal, and it was one I'm really excited about. Okay, you've seen potentially some of my videos in the past highlighting some of my Pacific Coast League collection, my Zeenut cards and things like that. This collection is exclusively a 1911 to 1917 PCL collection, and it has some really cool pieces in here that are, to put it mildly, rare. Okay, so this individual kind of reached out to me mainly because he had a collection of couponed Zeenut cards, and we've gone over those in the past, and I'm going to kind of end with those. But to begin with, he also had a collection that came from a somewhat more obscure candy slash food producer named Pacific Coast Biscuits. And they produced two sets, and so they're a biscuit issue, so they are cataloged under D for bakery. And they produced two different issues. One that is kind of a large, very similar in style and size and everything like that to like a 1911 Zeenut card. And so here is a 1911 Zeenut card. Here is a Pacific Coast Biscuit. So very, very similar in, I mean, these are a little bit bigger, but similar in style, everything, okay? Likely produced by, potentially even the same manufacturer, possibly, because they are just so similar. But, so these are 1911s, and they produced a set. Initially, again, was this large set, and I'll kind of go over those really quick. Now, the cards in this collection from this set tended to be in fairly rough shape. There are some nicer, examples like this Berry here, this Burrell and Henley, but progressively as we kind of get through here, there's some pretty bad ones. And as you can kind of see, this one has seen the ringer. And Bernard, Abel's, Mitzi. So there is some duplication there. Those are actually the two different catchers. Great poses though. That I believe is more. So some are nice. That Pernod, that File. Some of these are pretty nice, but then some have seen better days. I think that is what Smith for San Francisco, Tiedemann, and we have one that has been completely decapitated and burned. So low grade one there. But the star of this show is the card that has been graded here. And that is our Buck Weaver. And this individual that I bought this collection from actually had a couple copies of this. Two that graded ones and one that was a pretty rough authentic. And the other one had a name written on the front. So I think it was Chicago or something like that. Yeah, it's Chicago, just like it was written on the back there, but it's written on the front. So I preferred the one without the writing on the front. So those are the D310 Pacific Coast Biscuit cards, and some of these are a little too rough for my collection. I have a couple of these already, so I'll probably piece out some of the nicer ones. There is some duplication. Be looking on my eBay store. I'm likely to be having, probably at least 10 to 20 of these, on there in the next coming weeks or months. But that same year in 1911, they also produced another set, and again, you can kind of see on the back, Pacific Coast Biscuit Company. And this same company did make a smaller set of cards the same season, actually. It's not the following season. And we got a fairly sizable chunk of those as well, as you can kind of see here. Now this, again, has on the back, Pacific Coast Biscuit Company. And 72 cards. I think they both have 72 cards. And a lot of the poses, I believe, are exactly the same, if I remember right. So let me see. So you've got kind of the same, I got some cat hair or something. So you've got the same exact pose for File here as the D310 and D311. And the 311s tend to be pretty popular. I think, in largely a little more popular just because they are more reminiscent of, what we consider to be tobacco cards. So And in this lot, there's a lot of duplication, a lot of the same card of certain people. So I will be having quite a few of these, as this is probably my favorite pose in the whole set. Aussie Vit just looking menacing with his bat. But so yeah, 4 examples of that particular card here. But these are pretty tough issue. And for the most part, these weren't the reason that this individual kind of reached out to me to sell this collection. It was more for the Zeenut cards, because that's where the real true rarity kind of comes in here. In addition, as a bit of a throw in, there were all of these Obak cards that, you know, largely were fairly rough shape. So, you know, you can kind of see what's in this group, and that may be my favorite one. Pop Dylan die cut, rare die cut issue. But those are some Obaks, 1910s and 11s. 11s have the red backs, and 1910s have the blue backs with the varying slogans going down the middle. But so those are cool, but the real stars of this show are the coupon Zeenut cards here. And he had 4 years represented, and the first year that Zeenut's ever produced cards with coupons was 1913. And so if we go to like a 1912 and a 1911, I'm gonna kind of show you the progression of, you know, these cards over the years. So we have 1911, then we have 1912. And largely when you find 1913s in this day and age, they tend to look like this. And people think, oh man, they really skimped on the size and everything like that. Well, they really didn't, because in 1911 and 12, there was no coupons attached to the base of these cards. The cards themselves were the whole thing. And a lot of 1912s you can find actually hole punched, as they were part of a redemption, you know, for, you know, premiums. And but in 1913, they did produce cards with coupons, and they began doing that so that the people could have the card, you know, and this is largely what you find them like. But when you find them still with the coupon attached, you can see the cards themselves aren't that much smaller than what was issued the year previous. Okay, it's just once the coupon has been detached from the card itself, they tend to be on the smaller side. And so, you know, there's been various calculations out there, but especially with the early coupon Zeenut cards, they may survive at a rate of about 1%, 2%. You find a collection of 100 and there might be 1 or 2 that have the coupon still attached. And, you know, to my knowledge, nobody really truly just collects as many, you know, the whole set with coupons, because it's just not tenable. And so you just try to get as many different as you can. Or a lot of people, they collect them, you know, from 13 on, you know, in this form, and, you know, just kind of keep one couponed card as a type, you know, throughout those years. So finding any number of couponed early Zeenut cards is essentially impossible. And that's where this collection really kind of comes to shine, is that not having cards, you know, trimmed like this, or these 1914s as you normally typically find them. You know, this collection was represented by 6 different 1913s, all with the coupon. And interestingly, of all these players, Clark is a little bit of a tougher to find 1913, but every single one of these players is extremely difficult to find. So I don't know if this just kind of hit a vein of just a rare print run or something like that. But I had only ever seen 1 or 2 of the Hallinan, and here's 2 with the coupons. And 19 Kane, I hadn't seen one of those. Desconniere and Downs, I did not have an example of any of these 4. And I only need about 30 for this whole set. So I was ecstatic to not only be able to check off some names from my want list, but also names off my want list with the coupon attached. So, you know, 6 cards from 1913. That's the most 1913s I've seen with the coupon I've seen come to the market in a long time. So really excited about those. And again, first year that they had the coupons printed. And I'm going to skip 14 and go to 15 because, you know, 15 is largely considered to be one of the hardest to find Zeenut issues, but interestingly, they're not as difficult as some of the years that flank them to find with the coupon still attached, which kind of flies in the face of conventional wisdom there. And so they've survived a little bit more with the coupons. And in this group here, you can kind of see who we got here. Zacher, Joe Gedeon, the guy that got kicked out of baseball, along with a lot of the Black Sox guys. Lindsay, Venom, Block. And then there was a number of coupon detached 1915s as well. And you can see a lot of them have this crease in the middle. Likely that was just a kid. That's how he stored them in his pocket or something like that. So Ping Bodie here, Bromley, Brooks, Carlisle, Gleichman, Hitt, Jones, and Scoggins. So those are our 1915s. And with those, looks like we got 5 that still had the coupons. And of those, all but one had a pretty good size crease in it. But any coupon Zeenut is a good one. So we're happy about those. And then we will get into 1914s. And this is a notoriously difficult year to find with the coupon still attached. And again, so typically this is how you find 1914s, trimmed right at where the coupon is. And, you know, that's just kind of how you find it. This one you can kind of still see has that top, you know, little rung of the coupon. So partially couponed, I suppose. But in this group, this is a ton. This is a lot of 1914 coupon Zeenut cards, and there's a lot of duplication as well in here. So I will be having quite a few of these. And I'm missing a few from my run of coupon Zeenut. So if you have some from some of the years that I need, largely 1918 to 1922, yeah, I would definitely be interested in potentially trading some of these rare you know, 1914, 1917 coupon Zeenut cards that I'll have duplicates of. But you can kind of see in this group, so 2 of that particular player. This guy, there's 4 of him. At Frambach, there's 2. Love 2. Gardner 1. Clawwitter, Kramer. Oh, another Love. That was another one from up here. Metzger, there's 4 of those. Murphy, Prow, and he is also on the top, so doubles of him. So quite a few cards here. And again, all of these do have that all-important coupon attached still to the bottom. Final season that we have some coupon Zeenut cards of is 1917. And again, all of these, except one, has, oh, there's some throw-ins too, have the coupon attached to them. And again, this is what we typically will find a 1917 Zeenut in a collection as, you know, no coupon. The first thing that most kids did when they got these, and Zeenut cards, for those that don't know, were largely similar to like Cracker Jack. And so they cost 5 cents back in the day, and you got a box of, you know, some flavored popcorn and, you know, confection. And inside each box was a Zeenut card. And they also came with the Collins McCarthy Candy Company, also produced them with Roughnecks and Home Run Kisses candy, which was a parallel line. But these cards were always called the Zeenut series. And so again, that's how you normally will find them. And again, these 1917s, some of these are pretty darn nice, including an Ed Mensor, who's a popular subject for a lot of the Jewish card heritage ball players card collections. So there's people that collect just people of Jewish heritage, and Ed Mensor is one of them. So that's a pretty key card for them, especially with the coupon still attached. But you can kind of see, again, a little bit of some duplication, varying degrees of conditions, but a lot of them are pretty nice in these 1917s. And he's a pretty cool one, Ralph Babe Pinelli. This is his first ever card, and he would go on to have a long career. 1919 Reds, and after a nice major league career, he then became a umpire, and is actually featured in the 1955 Bowman set as an old man umpire. But again, George Stovall, T206 guy. But all these cards, you know, just with those coupons. Just wanted to make a quick video and highlight the overall collection that we were able to obtain recently, and kind of go over those. And as a kind of throw-in, we did have 3 of the 1933 to 36 Zeenut series cards that did still have the coupon. These ones are interesting because you can't date them unless they still have the coupon, and they're from the year prior to what the coupon says. So these are 1935 issues, but minus the coupon, you wouldn't be able to date those. So anyways, hopefully you enjoyed that. And you know, if you want more rare baseball card and sports card and non-sports content, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think about these cards, and what kind of videos you'd like. If you'd like me to feature more sets or something like that, I can certainly do so. If you like the pickups, I can certainly do some more of those. I don't do a lot of grading. My PSA return video got quite a bit of traction. I can do some more of those, I suppose, once the grading prices kind of come down. But if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. I really do appreciate all of your guys' support and the comments that I've gotten. It really does make it fun. But yeah, so thank you guys. Be sure to smash that like button. And as always, everybody, enjoy collecting and happy collecting.